What's going on? I'm Sam, and today I'm going to be buying a Toyota truck. Now, the last time I did this was when I bought my Tundra, and it broke down on the way home. I'm sure that's not going to happen to me again for two reasons. One, I'm bringing my car trailer, so I'll be hauling it back. And two, it's already broken down. So it needs some brake work. I think just one of the calipers needs replaced. And other than that, it should run and drive, just not stop. I'll find out. Thank you. So the battery may or may not have enough charge to start it. If I can, I would love to drive this thing up on the trailer. That is awesome. As long as I don't run over the trailer into my truck. No, don't die. So it looks like it's out of gas. I don't have a battery on my trailer, so I'm gonna end up using this battery since there's some charge in it and just winching this guy up there. Winch died. Well, the battery died in the middle of winching this thing up, so I will just switch it out with my truck battery for now. I got everything strapped down, and now I'm getting both trucks gas. I gotta get to my shop though so I can get this thing unloaded and start working on it. I got it here okay, but this is probably the heaviest thing I can haul with this truck and trailer combination because my brakes got pretty hot. I was staying on the back roads going pretty slow, so I was braking a little more than normal, but I didn't really feel safe taking this on the highway. I think the brakes on this trailer might have gone out, which really did not help the problem at all. Obviously that would have made it worse, but it did pretty good for the forklift and for my Civic. But I gotta get this truck off real quick because I'm about to go out to eat with a buddy. I didn't really have a good hill to do this on. I'm gonna have to slowly release the winch a little bit at a time. The hill is going this way, so to keep the truck from going back and to pull it off, I'm gonna be using the forklift and slowly pulling it back. And once the truck goes down the ramps enough, it will start being downhill enough that I can use the winch to let it all the way off. But for now, I'm just gonna play tug of war with the winch and the forklift. Forklift did its job, and now the winch is the only thing left. So let's get this out of the way without getting run over. Turn the wheel to the right.
To the right?
Just a little. Now turn it to the left. And then back to the...
Hey, that thing's gonna catch it, right?
It's on it.
Alright.
Turn it to go this way. Point, like turn it to the right.
To the left? You mean?
Right. Yeah, that way.
This way?
Yeah, now forward again.
Okay.
And then forward a little more.
It's forward. What do you mean?
A little more. To the right. Yeah, okay, now get out of the way and close
That's
the door.
left. Dude, that's $250 with the Winching tire, right?
Well, the battery died. Well, I used that same dead battery and it got it so close, but not quite all the way. Well, it's a good thing my buddy showed up right at the last minute when I was almost done with the work, because I was able to jump his car so I can get this truck all the way off. I might have fried the winch or something because it's not even working now with power on it. So, time for troubleshooting, yay! Well, I have no idea what's going on with the winch. I can't find any sort of resettable circuit breaker or any fuses or anything, so I'll have to look at it later. Right now I'm going to use the forklift to gently nudge this truck up so my buddy can release the clutch on the winch, then use the forklift to pull it back down. It's probably not the best way to do it, but it will work at least. Okay, so you know what you're doing?
What I'm doing?
Yeah.
Moving this right now.
Griffin's trying to make a YouTube video.
Yeah, he knows it's recording.
Hi.
Okay, what you're going to do is switch this to release when there's slack on the line.
Okay.
But only when you see the slack.
Yeah.
No, put that down. Stop touching.
That camera didn't move, did it?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Kennedy picked it up. Sorry.
No, it's all good. That's why I checked. It looked a little off.
Yeah, we're not rehooking this up and doing it again.
They ended up having a flat tire, so I have a really good excuse to use that tire plug kit for the first time. I've heard really good things about these, but I've never actually used one, so someone else's car is the perfect test subject for me to play with. Okay, so we'll get a plug. Okay, put the plug in here, push it in, put this guy on. Wait, is this going yet? Not yet. Okay, this guy goes on here. Okay, so that should be good. Put this guy in. There we go. And then we're going to twist this out. Then we're going to twist this end. So then we just put the plug into the tire.
That's pretty cool.
All the way in.
How much was this kit?
$50. Okay, now that it's all the way in there, I can pull this out. Oh, it wasn't all the way in there. No. So he didn't get this quite all the way tightened, so the plug didn't come out all the way. So we got to do it again. Okay, there's no more air pressure in the tire now. And we'll see if he can fully seat it this time. Now that it's actually tightened, we'll do this again. This should keep the plug in the tire at this point.
Weevil it out.
Yeah, there it is.
Sweet.
And now we'll pull on it with pliers and cut it flush. And then just grab it and give it a good yank. I felt it come out a little bit, so it should be set. And then razor blade and cut it flush. There it is. That looks good. I probably should have checked that I had my air compressor with me before doing this. I have a couple around the shop we could make work if not, but I'm pretty sure I have my portable one in the car. So I got the truck trailer and forklift put away. I had to charge the forklift because it ran out of battery. And now we're gonna get some dinner before it gets too late. Like the reviews said, this kit ended up working super well. If you want to check it out, I'm leaving a link in the description. After using this, I'm going to say I'm never going to use one of those strip plug kits again unless I really have to. Dinner was a lot of fun. I guess I've been working a lot harder than I thought I had been, so hanging out at the shop and then getting dinner was really nice. It gave me a chance to kind of relax and unwind. But now I'm at the shop and I'm back at it. I had a chance to look at the trailer when I got back and I did find a blown fuse. So I gotta get this fuse and replace it. And after that, the winch should be working how it's supposed to. I'm gonna put a multimeter on this forklift and see if the alternator's bad or not, because that was very inconvenient when it stopped running. I got it running again by charging the battery. And then I wanna move that T100 in here and start looking at it. Well, I did a quick test on the battery and it looks like the alternator hasn't been charging it. When I looked at the alternator, one of the wires was disconnected, and after doing a little bit of research, I found out this wire was the switched ignition wire. So since this wire was never getting any power, the alternator didn't know to produce current. And once I ended up jumping it to the hot wire on the alternator, I was able to get the alternator to start charging. It looks like this wire only needs powered once and then it stays on. So what I might do is put a momentary switch on this to hot power. What I should do is wire it into the ignition, and I'll probably end up doing that just because the battery meter on the ignition doesn't work and I want to either replace or repair that. And that way I know if the battery is charged or not. But those are tasks for a later day. I'm not going to mess with that right now. What I will do is turn this sign upside down or right side up, because that video comes out tomorrow and I need to get the B-roll before I release it. Now for sure, this is not the prettiest truck. It has some rust and some dings all around. Paint's a little faded, but for $250, that's pretty much worth it just for the rims. And the tires on it aren't bad at all. The rear are really good. The front has a little bit of camber wear because this thing has some wicked camber. It looks like it was lifted and never aligned afterward. Okay, actually looking closer, the front has worse camber wear than I thought. I looked at them, they looked a little trapezoidal. I thought that was just from the angle, but no, they've actually worn down that much. Still, $250, like, I'm not complaining. I was gonna buy this truck for $500 a few months ago. It was right down my street and I knew the guys selling it. The biggest issue with this, other than the brakes, is the reverse is going out. It's slipping a little, which is why this transmission is in here. So it came with this new transmission. So it does work in reverse. He had been driving it like that for I think about 2 years, where you just have to baby it. If you floor it, it's gonna slip. Came with this transmission when he bought it, and my friend had actually helped him go buy it. I think he spent about $2,000 on it 2 years ago. It looked a lot better than this. I think a lot of these dings weren't there and the rust wasn't there, or it was really little. But hey, it's a truck, it's meant to be used, right? At one point the radiator went out on it. It was probably the intercooler, but I don't really remember, and they needed to change it. They got a hold of me, and I happened to have a 4Runner radiator laying around, and I just let them have it for free because I had no use for it. They replaced it. It took a little bit of modding. I guess it worked out because my old radiator is now in my truck. Oh, and the driver's seat's a little messed up. And then I still have to track down the plastic cover for those exposed metal parts and fix this window latch. I'll probably start just by cleaning out the bed and some of the trash and stuff inside, but not right now because it's getting late. I want to get home and get some sleep. I did want to mention my Patreon went live today. I had a few people sign up already, which is amazing. So thank you guys so much. Your support means so much to me, not just the Patreons, but everyone who's watching, commenting, and enjoying the channel. I appreciate you all. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.